25 years after the arrest of the Unabomber, a new movie premiered at a prestigious film festival in Berlin, which explores Ted Kaczynski's life in Lincoln before anyone discovered what he was up to in that tiny cabin. It is a movie filmed in Montana with a lot of local talent that tells the story in a new way. Jill Valley with a look at Ted K.
The first clip we've seen of the movie Ted K shows a nervous Ted Kaczynski accepting a ride from a neighbor. And he looks uncomfortable as the neighbor teases him about a broken seatbelt.
Whoa! I couldn't help myself.
This is a movie 10 years in the making that looks at Kaczynski's life in Lincoln while he was sending mail bombs across the country, living in that tiny cabin and seething about the world's dependence on technology.
The script came across my desk and I was very intrigued by it, and I just loved the sort of take that the writer-director had on it. It was really focused more on what was happening in Montana during that time, that all of the explosions were going on, the bombings, and what was he doing back in Montana.
Movie producer Matt Flanders grew up in Helena, so he knew the story and remembers these scenes. And where much has been said of the Unabomber, this movie looks at his life before we even knew who that was.
It's really a look into his life and into what it was like living in this tight little space for so long, and, you know, trying to give people an idea of what was going on in his head, but not giving anybody answers, because there are no answers. Nobody can ever fully understand another human being, but we're trying to at least say, these are the facts, make your own mind up about what drove this person, what could have been had he not been a violent sociopath.
The slate number is the number right here.
In 2018, hundreds of people turned out for casting calls in Helena, Missoula, and Lincoln for extras, day players, production crew members. This was a project that pumped thousands of dollars into the local economy and created some excitement for those who got a part.
A lot of the movie was very improvisational. We kind of let our actor really improvise, and so when we were done, the movie was very long. So we've had to edit it down. So unfortunately, not all the scenes that the extras took part in are going to be in the film, but there's a lot that are.
I can't get this around. It's not.
Ted, it doesn't work.
Charlton Copley stars as Ted Kaczynski. The filming took place at the actual property in Lincoln in a replica cabin to show how he interacted with his neighbors. And Matt hopes the people of Lincoln see this as an accurate account of life with a clandestine terrorist.
When you're alone for that amount of time, ideas become obsessions. It's hard to kind of humanize people if you don't have connections with humans, you know? And that's why his violence and his murder of these people, he was able to continue going because he didn't have a connection to humanity. You know, he was so separated from it, I think.
In Missoula, Jill Valley, MTN News.
Tony Stone directed the movie. It is in the distribution process now, but producer Flanders would love to have a showing here. We will let you know when we hear more about when and where you can watch it.